Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brooke Berry. I'm the Director of Communications and Marketing with the City of Indio. And today I'm joined by a couple of women who have really been making a difference in our community, especially over the last few very challenging months. And that's Heather Vicona and Araceli Palafox with Lift to Rise. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
For those people who aren't familiar with Lift to Rise, maybe you can explain the role in our community that they play in terms of housing and making opportunities available to people.
More broadly, Lift to Rise has been working around housing and economic opportunity. We convene a large group of stakeholders around two really important results. And the more advanced piece of work you could say is around our housing work. Most immediately, folks were identifying not being able to make rent, not being able to afford food, not being able to access other resources that are really important to them. And so we were really well positioned to use that network of stakeholders to respond and think about how together we could be stronger at making sure that families are supported through this. And that is where the Economic Protection Plan and support fund really came from. And so we first initiated the plan and the support fund to be able to help families connect to all the critical forms of public assistance. And that involved throwing up a landing page with a handful of resources, legal aid, your traditional safety net programs, how to access internet. So anyone who was providing internet, we wanted to put everything up there so that families knew and had a place to go to be able to identify the types of resources that are out there.
Heather, what has the response been like?
I think we knew pre-COVID that 2 out of 3 renters in the Coachella Valley wakes up every day stressed out about how they're going to pay their rent. We know statistically that nearly 60% of our population pre-COVID was rent. So rent burden means that you're paying more than a third of your income on rent. And that's a really significant indicator around economic precarity, because it means that you're having to make trade-off choices between things like food, utilities, and basic necessities. As of this weekend, we've had more than 6,000 households, 6,000 household intakes into the Economic Protection Plan and Support Fund. The average household size has been 3.9, so we're talking about roughly 24,000 people. As of Friday, and our partner, the United Ways, is dispersing payments for us to residents on behalf of the broader partnership. As of Friday, more than 2,000 payments have been dispersed. And so when we think about the volume of need, it really gets back to what Araceli was saying, that we know that housing stability is a key and central issue. So our first goal was, how do we get money in people's hands quickly so that they can maybe get to a food distribution, so that they can get a thermometer, buy Tylenol, because people need money to be able to make critical decisions, and there's no way that you can systematize that. And so recognizing that we really need to be able to figure out how to keep people housed, because we know if we just give people a little bit of money, they're not going to actually be able to stay in their house. But what can we do to give folks a level of support that's going to keep them in their house? So as we move forward next month, we'll be moving into rental assistance, which we just announced in the last couple of days.
As we move forward into the next few weeks, what are the ways that you think that people who are struggling can best utilize what Lift to Rise has to offer?
Yeah, I think 2 things. The first is if you visit lifttorise.org /protection plan, you'll see that most immediately people have access to a number of resources that we've organized where people can find help. You could also call. We have an English line and a Spanish line, and we have volunteers on the other end of the line ready to help folks connect to resources, whether that's getting connected to CalFresh or whatever that might be that the resident calls in need. The second thing is, as Heather mentioned, as we phase into the rental assistance, there is a link on the website to be able to sign up to get information about the rental assistance. We're not launching until June, but we're encouraging residents to place their name on the list so that we can very quickly inform them about the application once that goes live. So those are the 2 immediate ways that residents can find help on the Lift to Rise webpage.
So I think really encouraging folks to use their voice in their local city council meetings, to use their voice, things happening at a county level, things happening at a state level. This is really the time for people to speak up and talk about the things, the barriers that they face, the challenges they have, and the needs they have, because it's together with community residents that we'll be able to create solutions that will really, really work. It cannot work without folks' participation and voice in the work.
Absolutely. And thank you both for participating in this little chat. Anyone who's watching at home, we hope that you found this useful as well. Heather Vicona and Araceli Parafox with Lift to Rise, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke.
All right. Bye.